Monk, Aaron Monk.
Do what we like to do. We don't have time to get restless. There's always something new. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around. But we're too busy singing to put anybody down. We're just trying to be friendly. Come and watch, sing and play. We're the young generation, and we've got something to say.
Aaron Monk nimmt es mit der aktuellen 31 der Weltrangliste auf. Er hat vor 2 Jahren, 2017, einen TV-Sieg einfahren können, hat das Turnier innerhalb der World Series von Auckland gewonnen. Aus Down Under, the original K.Anderson.
Game 4 of the afternoon here at the International Darts Open. We've seen wins for Harry Ward, Willie O'Connor and Justin Pipe. Difficult really to say any of them have been massively convincing in the early stages of the tournament, but a chance here in one of the picks of the afternoon's games for somebody to turn it on. The winner will go through to round 2 to face a former champion here in Risa, Gerwyn Price. In fact, the defending champion, the Iceman, seeded number 2 this weekend. Anderson and Monk have met once already this year. It was a tight affair. Went all the way to a last leg decider. It was won by Aaron Monk, with averages in the low 90s for the pair of them. However, we have seen from both that they are capable of hitting top gear this year. It's just been so sporadic. You're not quite sure what you're going to get from either man. If they both turn it on, we could be in for a Euro Tour Classic. Or could end up being a bit of a battle.
First leg, Kyle to throw first. Game 1.
Mark Webster has departed temporarily. Chris Murphy joins me in the comments box for the original versus the monkey.
Yeah, that match that you mentioned, Dan, when Monk beat Kyle early this year, Aaron actually went on to reach the quarter-finals of that tournament. One of 2 occasions which he's done so on the Players' Championship circuit this season. The second time, he went one better as well.
And that was his first semi-final in a number of years. It just goes to show he has been playing better stuff this year, but it is sporadic. It's just so in and out.
We saw a little bit of that
96
when he appeared on the Euro Tour earlier this year. Only the second time he's appeared on the Euro Tour stage this year. He beat Marco Pultz in a scrappy affair in the first round, but then averaged 104 in defeat to Dave Chisnell in the second round in Sindelfingen. So Aaron has shown that he has still got
126
the ability that everyone kind of said he had when he burst onto the scene. Won the World Youth Championship, of course, beating Michael van Gerwen.
Yeah, those good displays, the quarter-final, semi-final, that Euro Tour, they all came in a sort of month-long period, didn't they? Hello, treble 20 for double top. Ooh, K.Anderson nearly pulling out a big one to start the game with a 12-darter. Yeah, since then, he has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 first-round exits.
59. Kyle, you require 40.
Only what? 11 events, 10 events.
Great guide. Not used.
Gauge on the first leg.
Doesn't matter. K.Anderson takes the lead. Aaron Monk as well in one of those defeats earlier this week. Of course, we have had a double header of Players' Championship action live on PDC TV this week
57.
already. Aaron missed 9 match darts.
What's that? Magical, ineffable quality. Confidence. makes such a big difference. And Kyle himself, I mean, Kyle has posted some of those big Kyle Anderson averages we know he's capable of. I mean, if Kyle Anderson goes and averages 107, 108, it doesn't really surprise you because you know that he's got that in his locker. What is the big factor in Kyle Anderson, whether he's successful or not, is whether he surrounds those averages with lots more high 90s and 100 averages. There's a Kyle Anderson fan in his old shirt. Or whether he goes back to throwing 88s and 87s. Not bad.
Anderson last time out on the Euro Tour, that was in Austria, beat Stephen Bunting at this stage, a very tough opponent in the first round. Was knocked out by Michael van Gerwen on the Saturday.
No need to go 14s now. Should be 8s or 16s.
84.
A couple of very good visits from Aaron Monk.
Yep. Tidally teed up tops. To
85, and you can
finish off a dominant leg on throw.
On the second
Nicely
leg,
done by Aaron Monk.
I
Saw somebody tweet during the week, Dan, after Joe Cullen's European Tour victory last week. They showed all the stats of the players to appear on the New Kids on the Hockey TV series. Aaron Monk, of course, was one of those.
100.
Michael Smith, the shining star in terms of success.
84.
Yeah, I think that might be Christopher Kempf. Hockeypedia. Might not have been, of course. I'm giving him deserves great credit for his work, but maybe I've given him credit for somebody else's there. First maximum for Kyle Anderson. Big 180 hitter, of course.
Oh, it was, and Aaron Monk was third on that list.
96.
The former World Youth Champion, I think it's fair to say, has failed so far to live up to the potential that many were suggesting that he had, and that title win suggested that he's had. You want to go at completing the rest of the list?
90.
Ricky Williams will be on it.
Yeah, just below Kyle, yes.
Just below Kyle?
Sorry, just below Aaron.
59. Kyle, you recall 131.
And Aaron is a long way behind Kyle in this leg. He's going to just tidy this up and
91.
leave himself handy. Darren Whittingham, Jamie Kelling, Tom Martin, Matt Gallett. You'd have got them all eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to say yes.
92.
Michael Smith on
Kyle, you recall
£1.5 million, the bottom of that pile. Gallett, 475 quid
So
in
some
career
way to
earnings.
go. Some way to go.
Each on the third leg, Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson
Squeezes that in.
Game on.
He's left himself on tops after 12 darts on both legs on throw. Aaron Monk has left himself on tops after 12
54.
on his throw. On their throw, they're playing some good stuff.
Oh, 140.
But if that carries on, we're likely to see Kyle Anderson win the match. Sometimes
96.
the bull shooting competition at the start of it in the practice room is the most important competition.
No, we've certainly seen evidence of that in recent tournaments, not
80.
least the Peter Wright, Michael van Gerwen semi-final in Austria, which went 13 legs all on throw, and Peter Wright, despite
59.
averaging 104, more than 104, just couldn't get the break against MVG, lost out. Kyle Anderson, it's always
57.
a tough time of the year for him, this part of the year, where he comes back from Australia, where he's with his family. And he has to come back and then start the whole process again about get back into the weekly grind or daily grind in many cases of PDC darts without that support network around him.
134.
Very publicly about how hard he finds it. Another. Get a dart at double 19. Kyle Anderson potentially getting a chance to break here.
90.
But the reason he's doing this is to try and be successful, make a lot of money, so eventually can move back to Australia.
Well, opted for this bullseye route. 15 would have left him a dart at the middle.
50. Only requires
Slip
60.
has let Monk back in. All about where the first dart goes. It doesn't look like he's blocked it. Tide is up on double 10 for two apiece. The first real sniff of a break of throw, but Kyle Anderson surrendered it with a careless second dart in that combination.
99.
Winner of this match to face the defending International Darts Open champion, Gerwyn Price, tomorrow afternoon.
40.
He's been bumped up to second seed in the absence of MVG.
Yeah, Gerwyn Price will undoubtedly be one of the men to watch at the European Championship. Will Kyle Anderson get there? He's in a very, very similar position, well, exactly the same position as Justin Pipe was coming into this weekend, where he's got £8,000 on the European Order of Merit. This will take it to 9, but if he wins this game, he's up to 10. And there is a chance that he could basically book his place in Göttingen at the European Championship
92.
by winning a few games this weekend. Makes the final session of action, he'll be there.
Yeah, a man who wasn't far away from winning the whole shebang a couple of years ago.
Well, I have to say, it's probably some of the most expensive misses I've ever seen in terms of match darts. In the semi-finals against Michael van Gerwen, and he'd thrown a 9-darter, of course. An absolute belter of a game. It's when Kyle Anderson was probably, I think it was, the best spell of darts we'd ever seen from him.
34.
Yep, could have been a major champion, at least gone on to reach a major final, perhaps been picked for the Premier League, and been on top of the world.
I think if he hits either of those match darts against MVG and makes the European Championship final, he would have made the Premier League, in my opinion. But it's all ifs and buts. He's left to finish after 12 darts on his own throw again, and each time he's taken 3 darts to pin it, but he has pinned it. He doesn't know how to pin it. Where's he going to put it?
Can he pin it? Can he find a way? Can he somehow manage to get closer than the first 2 darts? But Aaron Monk could pick his pocket here. Oh, yes. Double 16. Oh, what a steal from Aaron Monk, who will be counting his blessings there, because Kyle Anderson could not have placed those darts close without hitting the double, despite the barricade that he set up. And Monk nips in. Yeah, just thinking back to the European Championship discussion, the Australian finalist from last season didn't make the Premier League. Controversially, some would say.
Yes, that is true.
Simon Whitlock, who's not here this weekend.
140.
Anderson's World Cup partner.
Yeah, Simon Whitlock knocked out in the final round of qualifying by
57.
Rhys Robinson, who himself couldn't make it past the first round here. Lost the opening game of the day to Harry Ward, a first ever win on the European circuit for Big H.
Willie O'Connor winning the
57.
next match, the second match of the day against Benito van der Pas. And then Justin Pipe pulling through in the one we've just witnessed, and the first host nation qualifier failing to delight the crowd on debut.
Now you see 97 average overall, 108 first 9 from Kyle Anderson. It's been good, but I tell you what, it'd be over 100 if the finishing was better. Now, it didn't matter in his first 2 legs he won, because he went miss, miss, hit in the same visit, but then miss, miss, miss in the 5th leg hurt him.
Yeah, and should have had a dart in the leg before as well.
Indeed, yeah. Now, pressure applied. Aaron Monk has just taken out 102. He took out 60 in the previous leg. This is an awkward one. 14 segment now. Oh, it's his turn to miss a big number.
44.
Seen a bit of that today. Benito van der Pas did it twice. Missed a big number, didn't get a dart at the bullseye. Anderson's done it, Monk's done it. When Anderson did it, Monk cashed in. Can Kyle cash in?
Doubles, doubles,
And you
doubles.
require 40.
So often the Achilles heel of Kyle Anderson.
He's on the sixth leg.
Aaron Monk on double top is looking pretty handy. 4-2. Only got $2,000 on his European Order of Merit so far this year, Aaron Monk, by virtue of that win in the opening round at the German Darts Grand Prix, but then going out despite playing well to Chizzy, wasn't it?
Yeah, 108 average Dave Chisnell threw Aaron Monk in that match. Got a couple of legs, but Chisnell was in unstoppable mood. Won't see him this weekend, but we saw him this week producing some fabulous stuff. Losing out in the final to James Wade on Wednesday.
140.
And we're going to see next Big John Henderson, who fired in a 9-dart finish on the tour on Wednesday.
Yeah, another one of those Pro Tour days when everybody's looking around at each other going, is it today? Is it today John Henderson wins a PDC title? It could be today. What if it's today? And then it is
21.
Yeah, and then it's a final between James Wade and Dave Chisnell, who've got 477 titles between them. Maybe a slight exaggeration, but not by much.
146.
Aaron Monk can't clean up the 146, but Kyle Anderson is going to have to sharpen up his finishing pretty much now.
60.
Could be heading out at the first hurdle.
I believe this was the checkout he took to win his biggest title, the World Series event in New Zealand. He didn't take it out this way.
Another big number missed. Does get a double this time, however.
52.
But it's another double gone begging, another chance
86.
missed by Anderson. Is Aaron Monk's luck in? Well, he's been handed the luck.
70.
This time he hasn't made the most of it.
Kyle requires 16.
Missing either side of the double 16. Kyle Anderson given more opportunities.
He's on the 7th leg.
He takes
Kyle
this
Anderson.
one.
8th leg Aaron to throw first.
Important couple of visits there. Had Aaron Monk made it 5-2, that might have been curtains for the original.
40.
But he is outscoring Aaron Monk. It's just that he's finishing. It's causing him all kinds of problems.
They got over the line against Mark McGeaney and Carl Wilkinson
57.
qualifying a brace of 6-4 victories. Aaron
59.
got past Ryan Searle and Michael Barnard to get here. There you see the point that Dan's just made. Higher scoring from Anderson, but unable to check out.
Every single leg, 1 in 5 or 6 visits to the board.
$59.
This is an opportunity for Kyle Anderson to get the break back that he needs. Perfect first dart.
140.
Just going back to those qualifier wins, Mark McGeaney, a little story from last week. The driver who picked a few of the players up from the airport, had his name pronounced as Mark McGeaney. And I thought, what a nickname that would be.
I thought exactly that. The genie, Mark McGeaney. Like, that's good, isn't it?
Should use it.
140.
Diogo Portela. Mac Elkin, that's Carl's manager.
80. Kyle, you require 124.
1 point difference between them, but Anderson, first go at the checkout, on the Monk throw, 14 segment, do not miss the big number. Now, do not miss double 11. And he doesn't. Kyle Anderson, after missing double after double after double, 11 darts missed at double, but double 11 pinned first dart.
Well, we just saw Diogo Portela there. I've been told that he holds a Portuguese passport. He's a very proud Brazilian, but we were talking in the final of the Pro Tour on Tuesday about a potential World Cup partner for Jose de Souza because we couldn't find any other Portuguese darts players of note.
So you reckon Diogo could ghost it, do the Nicholson manoeuvre and have a nationality of convenience to earn a few quid from darts?
100.
Yeah, well,
Or Paul Lim, who collects passports like Pokemon? I think Paul Lim has represented countries that don't exist.
99.
played for different countries in the same year in different tournaments.
He might have represented two countries in the same tournament. No, Paul Lim. There's a few quid in it.
Well, it's an Ashes of Darts contest going on here.
99.
You go in the same way as the cricket as well, because K.Anderson leaves 1-2-1. 1-2-4 was made to look like child's play. Flip reverse it like the Blazing Squad. Oh, not quite. Treble 14 for double 11 was there, but treble 11 for double 14, not quite.
Well, this is on. 54. Bullseye. Just the wrong side of the bull ring from Aaron Monk. K.Anderson has left himself a dodgy double, so he's decided to split. Not sure that was the intended target, but matters not, because he's cleaned it up and hits the front, and is one leg away from a place in the second round and a meeting against the defending champion Gerwyn Price.
And Kyle,
45.
he has scored well all game. The difference has been the finishing, and when he was hitting him, he's winning legs. When he's not, Aaron Monk is stealing them away, and Kyle, he'll tell you that's what his game is about. He believes 83. He can outscore almost anybody on the planet when he's playing well, but it all comes down to can he hit the double. And when you go back a couple of years, when he won the World Series title, when he had that run to the semis of the European Championship, when he very nearly won one of these in Austria, the doubles were going.
140.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dan, last weekend we were 13 matches in on course on the Saturday to a clean sweep of seeds, but in the first 4 matches here, if K.Anderson does finish the job, we'll have had 4 PDC title winners all going through, and it may be a very different story tomorrow. Strength of the field could be very, very
98.
interesting indeed.
Well, Gerwyn Price could have his hands full with K.Anderson if Kyle can score like he's done today, and he can just tidy up the finishing.
135.
It, of course, is not over just yet, because Aaron Monk is averaging mid-90s himself, and he's been there or thereabouts in this game.
100. Aaron, you require 41.
41 required. Elects for tops. It's been good to him. It continues to be so. 14 darter for Aaron Monk, and we are going the distance.
Kyle to throw first.
K.Anderson marooned on 80. George Noble cannot wait for another 11th leg.
The first of the afternoon.
140.
And a solid start from Anderson in it. That's what you need on throw. The only way to beat it is by doing things like that.
For a 180 in the first leg, he's thrown a 180 in the last leg. Oh, Anderson. It's back with one of his own. That's 5 in the match.
How do they do it? The best stuff at the pivotal point.
78.
Monk blinks first in this shootout.
$58.
Perhaps an opportunity.
Probably needs a couple of trebles. He's got them.
140.
Perfectly poised.
23.
Anderson has had a 1-2-4. Almost a 1-2-1. How about a 1-2-3?
90.
Would have been to win.
You require 103.
Monk has already taken 102. It looked like it might be pivotal when he took it out. He might take the 103 and it will be pivotal. Double top again for Aaron Monk.
83.
And it's just short.
Yeah, it was quite a
Kyle,
long
you're
way
in
over to the left from
25.
where he was. Maybe a bit of pressure felt by Aaron Monk there. Frustrated with himself. He knew that was a huge opportunity. Could have been a big one in terms of impacting Kyle Anderson's European Championship chances, but it's he who marches through to the second round here. He will take on the defending champion Gerwyn Price tomorrow, but it could have been a different story. Monk missing a dart to knock out the original, but Anderson moves through, winning 6-5.
Interessante, spannende Partie. Kyle Anderson setzt sich mit 6:5 gegen Aaron Monk durch. Zieht in die zweite Runde ein. Gerwyn Price wird dort auf ihn warten. Interesting match. Congratulations, Kyle. The last leg, the decider, was high quality.
I think most of our game was high quality, but sometimes our doubles didn't live up to the expectation that we wanted it to. I'm just glad to get the win and hitting some form again.
As always, 1-2 important points in those matches. This 1:24, this checkout to get the eighth leg. There was one key to win this thing.
I think the one key for me, but the key for Aaron was the 36 missed on my behalf, and he takes out the 102. So on that, I couldn't do much about it. All three of them on the wire. He goes up, takes 102 out. I've just got to try to get my game back. So I'm glad I did.
The number 2 seeded is waiting, Gerwyn Price. We know he's one of the top 10 players, one of the good guys in 2019.
Another game. I'm feeling confident. I'm playing well. When I play well, not being arrogant, but I know I can score very well, and I'm very confident. I'm getting that confidence back. So.
Cool. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Kyle Anderson traut sich auch den Sieg gegen Gerwyn Price.